What's the deal, y'all? It's your boy Big Star Raw Sports Man here with another classic episode of Raw Sports off the Court Live. Tonight, I was actually scheduled to have Diamond Johnson from Newman Goretti, senior at Newman Goretti High School on. That interview had to be postponed. So the next up on deck was my man Stevie Mitchell from Wilson High School, class of 2021. So we're going to get my man Stevie Mitchell on deck, and it's going to be a classic conversation as usual. Like usual, if anybody's been following the format, we'll do some, I'm just talking to my man Stevie Mitchell, chop it up with him for a while, and then I'm gonna do a classic Q&A with my man Stevie when we wrap up. So if anybody has any questions, I'm jotting them down on paper, and I will ask you. So it's definitely gonna be a good one, man. Stevie,
What's up?
I'm chilling, Playboy. How you feel, man? What's good with you, big dog?
I'm doing good. Just quarantining like the rest of the world.
Living the quarantine life, huh?
Yeah.
No doubt. Well, hey, I appreciate you. Spur of the moment, being available, being able to jump on with me. I had Diamond Johnson scheduled tonight, but I had to, we had to postpone our interview, and you were going to be next up on deck. So I appreciate you being available, spur of the
No
moment,
problem.
sooner rather than later.
Yeah, no problem.
That's cool. I appreciate it, man. So before we get into the questions and everything, man, how you been doing since the last time I saw you, man? I think the last time we saw each other was at the Methacton Wilson game, right?
No, the district championship. You were there
You know what?
at,
Yes, you're right.
at
Yes,
the Giant
yes.
Center.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, of course. Oh, dang, how did I forget about that? Yeah, so two big games back to back. So it was the Methacton game. No. The district. Yeah, Methacton game, and then the
Yeah,
Giant Center. Yeah.
yeah.
So how you been doing since then, man?
I've been doing good. I'm upset that the season was canceled, but I'm glad we were able to win as much as we could have won. But yeah, so just start getting ready for whenever the gyms open up again during this
No,
time.
no doubt. So what? Based on because the brackets that came out. So where do you seeing how the brackets were for you guys? How would you have not predicted, but how do you think you guys would have fared in the state tournament?
I felt like we would have done well. I felt like we could have won all of our games if we were able to play at the highest level that we could play at. But
Yeah,
obviously, any of those games would have been challenging because those
yeah,
are all good teams at that point. But I felt like we had as good a chance as anyone as at winning. So
no doubt, no
yeah,
doubt. All right, well, we're gonna get right into it. We already did. You're already familiar with 10 random questions, correct?
yeah.
All right. So I prepared another set of random questions for you.
All right,
All right. We're just gonna have some fun before we get into the serious stuff. All right.
yeah.
All right. So, if your life was a movie, what would be the title?
Um, uh, relax. Um, ball and relax.
Ball and relax, no
Yeah.
doubt, no doubt. Most points you ever scored in the game at any level.
Uh, like at any game.
Yeah, any game, any level. Just the most points you remember, putting in the box score, whether it's middle school, high school, AAU, don't matter.
42.
42.
Yeah.
No doubt. And where was that at?
That was at ESYC
Hmm.
in Allentown. It was
Okay.
like it was Toomey's tournament
Okay.
actually.
Gotcha. Um, your most so to this point, you're a junior now, but your most cherished accomplishment so far, whether it's high school, AAU, a milestone, some
Oh, that's
awards
hard.
you've gotten. Yeah, just all right. Maybe that's your most cherished, but just one you appreciate that you think was cool, whether it's a milestone or some type of award you've gotten so far.
I felt like as a team, like the whole district championship was cool. Just being
Hmm.
the first one in our school history to ever win. So we can go down as of right now, at least, as the best team to ever play at our school. Hopefully next
No
year we
doubt.
can win again, one more. But I think that was definitely one of the coolest moments.
No doubt. Um, in summertime, it's a cookout. What's on your plate? What you eating?
Ribs,
Okay, ribs.
definitely. Potato salad,
Hmm.
collard greens, and
Oh,
mac and
potato salad,
cheese.
collard greens, macaroni and cheese. I like that. Soul food. It's a soul food cookout.
Definitely.
Favorite high school basketball player in Pennsylvania of all time. Like if you're in a barbershop, cats is talking hoops, legendary players now and then, who you what name you pulling out?
Definitely Lonnie.
Lonnie Walker?
Yeah.
No doubt. Um, Pre-game song. I was at the one game, yeah, that's right, at the Giant Center behind the scenes, and y'all got this little ritual where y'all was jumping around, kind of singing something.
Yeah.
But besides that, what song gets you guys hype or gets you hype before a game?
Me, I listen to just I listen to anything really. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I listen to Big Time Rush before my games. Just
Mm-hmm.
like that's like a boy band from when I was like a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
A TV show I watched, and
No
their
doubt.
music relaxes me and sounds good. So I listen
No
to that
doubt.
before the game.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, so it's summertime. You guys get a call from a playground tournament, some rec league, some underground, something going on in New York. You got to take 5 players up there to ball out in this tournament. Who you taking, including yourself? I mean, I'm talking to win this thing. It's an all-day tournament. You got like 4 or 5 games. What high school players you taking up there to win it?
I'm
From, from,
taking
from, from Pennsylvania,
from
including yourself.
Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Uh, taking. I'm gonna go with Rodier Hicks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hmm, Gotta think about this one. Trying to stick with my Jalen McGlone.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, hmm,
2 more.
2 more. Let me think. Zach's not from PA. He lives in South Jersey. I'm gonna go with my big man Evan Timochenko on my
No doubt.
team,
No doubt. One more.
and I'm gonna go with let's go with another kid from my team. Um, I'm gonna go with Ed Holland from my
No doubt.
Pride team.
No doubt. No doubt. That's safe. That's what's up. Um, what's one of your most memorable plays of all time? Something like a play that you made, whether you embarrassed somebody, whatever it was, or game winner, whatever it was. One of your most memorable plays from your career so far.
Uh, Definitely this year when I dunked on my one friend actually. I know him just like from really growing up. Yeah,
And
hopefully he's
what
not
game was
on here.
that?
He might be on
What?
here. It was against Reading the first time.
Legendary. I remember that. Was that when you were? Was it baseline? I believe.
It was like a backdoor from the wing.
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, I think that play made it was all over the internet, right? It was all over social media, right?
Yeah, it was on Twitter. It was on Instagram. Yeah.
I definitely seen that. Um, if you had to eat one food for the rest of your life, what would that be?
One food.
Yes,
Um, Gumbo.
gumbo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different, unique. I like that.
Yeah. My dad's family is from Louisiana, so whenever whenever we're around them, really, it's always good food, good eats.
Mm-hmm. Got you. 2 more.
Oh, Daniel, what's up, bro?
Matter of fact, one more. You eat cheesesteaks? You a cheesesteak eater?
Yeah,
All right. Would you prefer a chicken cheesesteak or a regular cheesesteak?
regular.
All
Unless it
right.
was
So how do?
buffalo chicken.
That's all. That's all I was about to ask you. How do you order it?
I would get a buffalo chicken cheesesteak.
Buffalo chicken cheesesteak
Yeah.
from anywhere in particular in your neighborhood that you like? Because whenever
No,
I'm out there,
just anywhere.
oh, just anywhere.
Yeah.
No
My
doubt.
go-to spot around here is Moe's.
Moe's.
Yeah,
Got you. Got you. Whenever I'm in the area, I definitely might have to slide through there.
definitely. It's good
no,
food.
no doubt. Want to shout out a couple people, man. Got my man, Coach Coach Williams on here. My guy. Got Coach Killings on here. Got some celebs. My man James Nelson Stewart, Mo Nelson. Got some legends in the building, man. It's gonna be a good. We got a nice audience, man. It's gonna be a good one, man. So real quick, tell the people who Stevie Williams is. If there's anyone who doesn't know you personally, tell them who you are. Describe your personality. Just tell them about yourself.
Uh, just a normal kid. Uh, I like I enjoy school actually. I enjoy playing basketball, and I just like when I'm not doing that stuff, I'm just at home really relaxing. I'll hang out with my friends. We'll go to Moe's,
No
eat
doubt.
there. I like making TikToks.
No doubt. No doubt.
Um,
No doubt.
uh, yeah, that's pretty much. I'm not really a complicated person. I'm
No
a
doubt. Pretty
just regular
simple.
dude. Yeah,
No doubt. Where tell the people where you grew up, or where you live, or where you grew up, or.
I grew up around here, the same area I live in, Wilson. Oh well,
Hmm.
West Lawn really. I
Hmm.
moved sort of to like Singing Spring. It's all Wilson now.
Got you.
But yeah, I've been here my whole life. Well, actually, I was I was young. I was like born in Philly, and then we lived in Boston for a little bit when I was young, like really young.
Got you.
And then we moved here, just like so my parents like could like there's somebody to look after me and my brother while my
Hmm.
parents were working. So
No doubt. No doubt. What was life like? Growing up for you. Spending time between whether it's Philly, Boston, growing up where you are now. What was life? What was life like growing up for you, young Stevie?
life was just fun. I mean, yeah, I was just joyful, just a kid full of joy, just running around, just always having fun. I mean, when I was younger, I was like really chubby.
Hmm.
So that was that. All my friends that know me for a while just say, just compare me to chubby Steve-O. That's what they call my young self.
It's funny. I saw. I'm not sure if it was on your Instagram page or your mom's. I believe somebody. I saw some of those young, chunky
Yeah.
Steve-O pictures. I
Yes.
mean, you were like a chunky little dude.
Very.
I mean, but did you? I mean, that's not to say. I mean, because I know a lot of little husky kids who got ball game. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Still quick on their feet handles. So,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
were you as a little guy that was husky like that? Like, did you still
I
have a crazy ball game or what?
I was good. I mean, I wasn't okay. I wasn't good. I was all right. I understood the game, but I wasn't
Hmm.
like fast enough to do the things I could think about doing. Really.
No doubt.
So
No doubt.
I didn't move fast, but at the same time, at that time, I was better in football really because I was just bigger than
Okay.
everyone. I was
Yeah.
just I was just lining up fullback and block.
No doubt.
So at that time, I was better at football. But
No
then
doubt.
I started to slim down a little bit, get a
At
little
what point did
stronger.
you like? When did you start to slim down?
Probably I would say my seventh grade. I feel like seventh grade is when I started like be more like be able to move better.
Hmm.
And then I felt like ninth grade, I kind of like went back to chubby Steve-O for a little bit.
Okay.
And then like after that, I stayed I stayed in good shape.
Okay. I mean, was it just like genetically or just like naturally
I just
just through being active, or you worked at it like you said, no, I want to be slim, I want to be, you know what I mean, like what?
It was a lot of just like I used like it was basically eating, really.
Got you. Got you.
I just like used to like eat just fast food a lot, and now I don't really very
Got you.
much.
Got you. Got you. What are some of your earliest basketball memories? I mean, you talked about a few, being young chunky Steve-O, but just some of your earliest memories of hooping, working out, or whatever.
Um, I remember this one game. It was like I don't know. It was like maybe it was a maybe a qualifier for nationals, I think, and I forget who it was against,
Mm-hmm.
but I made like two free throws at the end to win it,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm-hmm.
remember just being super excited, and
Uh-huh.
I remember that game.
Got you. When did you fall in love with basketball? Because you said you teetered between football and basketball. So when did you fall in love with the game, and then why?
I feel like well when I was in I want to say eighth grade is when I stopped playing
Mm-hmm.
football for good. So I feel like that was the time that I just started focusing on basketball and just started liking that more. Cause yeah, I mean football. I did a lot of like hitting just because I was like the bigger kid. So
Mm-hmm.
like my head would start bothering me and stuff like that. So I really just started enjoying basketball more, just started playing more,
Mm-hmm.
and it just was fun. So I just kept doing it.
Yeah. When did you realize that you were like pretty good?
Um, I'm still trying to figure that out, really. I mean,
No doubt.
I'm just trying to
That's
continue to
that's
get
that's
better.
very that's very humble of you.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still trying to get better because I
No doubt.
know there's a lot of people I haven't really played against yet. Who of course I want to play against,
Mm-hmm.
and so just gotta get ready for that moment and
Mm-hmm.
just for college, well for next year anyway, for high school, and then just keep getting better as I continue to move up the
Mm-hmm.
ladder. Really.
Yeah. Who are since you mentioned it, who are some of the players that still want to come across on the court?
Um, I feel like really anybody who
Mm-hmm.
is just like you see on like uh just I mean like because I'm not really in Philly, so I don't get to
Mm-hmm.
play against a lot of those guys who
Yeah.
obviously are really good. So I mean, being in high school and going to a high school around here and not
Mm-hmm.
seeing those guys and getting to
Yeah.
play against them is a little.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could do that, but
Yeah.
I'm happy where I'm at right now,
Yeah.
and
Like for
we'll
example,
play
like
each
like
other.
like in the event that you were like playing in the Philadelphia Catholic League or down in the
Yeah,
District One area, kind of amongst all the names that
yeah.
a lot of the writers may write about in the area, you want to be
Mhm. Yeah.
night in and night out going against those guys. 100% makes sense. I 100% understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Totally.
Hopefully, hopefully, our like our coach can schedule something against some of those teams next year just to get a good look for our team and
100%.
get us prepared for playoffs.
For
No, because we're
sure.
gonna be losing people, so
Yeah.
any team from that area will be a good
Mm-hmm.
measure.
100%. Do you feel like, do you ever, since we're talking about it now, do you ever feel like you have something to prove, or that's just you in your own competitiveness, just wanting to, go up against, different levels of talent and stuff like that?
Yeah, I don't feel like I have anything like to prove really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really playing to prove stuff. I'm just playing because I enjoy it, playing because I have fun. And
Mm-hmm.
when I'm playing against the better competition is when it's even more fun. So
Yeah.
that's when I really enjoy it the most, and I feel like that's when I really do my best when I'm
Mm-hmm.
going against kids who are just as good, if not better, considered by other people. I would never say someone's better than me, but I
No
would never
doubt.
say I'm better than someone
Yeah. But
else.
no, I mean, the rule of thumb, I mean, that's what make, that's the baller mindset. You have to play with players that are on your level, better than you, because that's how you get better. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Yeah.
that's, I mean, yeah, your mind's exactly where it needs to be. Um, Give the people a quick synopsis of your high school, your high school history so far. Ninth grade, 10th, 11th grade. Talk, just
Yeah.
break it down.
I started so when I was a freshman, I played varsity. Uh, we didn't do very good, but it was a good experience. I enjoyed playing with my teammates. I enjoyed getting to know those guys. I still talk to them a lot, like today. Then my next year, sophomore year, I played again. That's when I started like scoring more and started really doing well. I think I averaged like 20 points my
Mm.
sophomore year, but
Wow, that's huge.
we didn't win our county. We lost to Reading, and yeah, we lost to Reading in the semifinal,
Hmm.
and then we lost to in
And that
state.
was real quick. Reading. That was when Wesley Butler was
Yeah,
still
Wesley.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was a dog. Wesley's a
yeah,
beast.
yeah, yeah. I've known Wesley for a while actually,
Hmm.
but then we lost in state the first round by like 20 to Pine Richland.
Hmm.
So that was the end of our year there, and then this year,
And Pine
uh,
Richland was really good then as well.
yeah, they were good that year. I think they ended up losing
Hmm.
to Kennedy Catholic.
Exactly. Yep. 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 Yep.
Uh, and then this year, we started off. I got my 1,000 early in the year.
Hmm.
Then we went to a Christmas tournament. We had been undefeated for the Christmas tournament. Then we lost our first game to Central York. And if we would have won, we would have went on to play Lower Marion,
Mm.
who we didn't get to play in states because it got canceled.
Yeah,
So I'm
was that
starting to
going to
think
be the
it
first?
just
Was that what?
what
Did y'all play a game in the States, or y'all didn't play a first
we
game in the
played one
States?
game in states.
Okay, and then what? The second game was going to be Lower Marion.
Yeah,
Okay, got
I'm
you.
starting to think it just wasn't
Just
meant to
wasn't
be.
meant to be. No doubt.
And then so we lost that game. We bounced back the next day. It was like a tournament, so we played in the consolation. I hate playing the consolation games.
The third place, the runner
Yeah,
up
the
game.
third place game. I hate those games. And then we continued the year. We didn't. We kept winning. And then we went and played Methacton, which was a
Okay.
big game. You were
Was
there.
that
We
this
won
year?
by.
Yeah. Oh, that was huge. That was
Yeah,
huge. Yo,
that
that
was
game was crazy,
that
dog.
was
That game
fun.
was
Yeah,
insane, down to the wire. That was crazy.
yeah. And
That
then we
was
ended
it.
up winning by.
Like what?
Then we ended up winning by 2, and that was definitely a game because I think they were number one in the state at the time.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a big win for
Yeah.
us.
That was like the last minute or two of that game was just insane, man.
Yeah.
Just kind of how it went back and forth. It was crazy, man.
Mhm.
And their atmosphere was insane too,
Yeah.
man. It's crazy down there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun game. So then after that, people started actually thinking we were a good team. So we continued to win, and then in the county championship game, I broke the school's all-time scoring record.
Okay.
So that was cool, and then we won the county championship.
So which was what was the scoring record prior?
Um,
Like as far as points, like all like career points?
yeah,
Okay.
I think it was like 1,300 something.
Okay.
Not sure.
So you got your 1,000 early in the year, and then you
Hmm.
broke the record a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Well,
Towards
toward
the
the
end
end
of
of the
the year.
season. Toward the
Yeah,
end of the season. Got you. Yeah.
yeah. So then we continued. We won first round of districts
Hmm.
against McCaskey. Then we won against Cedar Crest. Both those games were home. Then we played Reading for the fourth time in the championship, which is crazy because four times beating a team.
Uh
So
huh. Yeah.
especially against Reading because they're always a tough game and
Yeah,
it's
and
always going to be good.
they scrappy, man. You know, a bunch of
Yeah,
guards. They're coached well. They believe in
yeah,
Coach P, and they gonna leave it all out there, man.
yeah, yeah. So playing a team like that 4 times is definitely hard, but it was
Hmm.
that much better being able to play against really our rival in the championship
Hmm.
for the district. Just
Oh,
says a lot about our county, really.
yeah. Take them back. You pull up. I think I may have said on you're a little younger, but I'm if you're a hoop historian, if you know the game, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Coach Brandon Williams will probably chuckle at this. Coach Killings will probably laugh. I think if I'm not mistaken, I said on Instagram or Twitter, I said Stevie Mitchell pulled a Willis Reed
Oh
in
yeah, I
the
saw
game.
that.
Stevie Mitchell pulled a Willis Reed because you went down. You got hurt, right? You
Yeah,
went down. You was over on the sideline, with the trainer. In my mind, I was like, oh man, it's over, man. Stevie Mitchell is hurt. Oh man, it's gone. And then all of a sudden, you hear the buzzer. Stevie Mitchell coming back in the game. I said, oh man, the crowd goes wild. Stevie Mitchell is back. It
yeah,
was crazy. So
that
so
was
so
crazy.
walk me through that moment, man. Walk me through that, man. As you guys, go on to win the championship. Walk me through that, man.
So I was on defense, and I think I might have blocked the shot, and I tried to get on the ball, on the loose ball, and then he was also going after the ball, so he like dove on my ankle, and
Hmm.
by accident, of course, and it like just rolled, and I was like, ow, because it had already been like hurt prior to that. I think
Yeah.
I heard it in the county champ or the county semifinal game against Reading.
Yeah.
So then I heard it again there. And I was limping, like I thought it was bad. But I was limping off, and then
Oh, it looked bad. It looked bad.
yeah, it really hurt. And then Kieran, our trainer, she like retaped it, like taped it, like took off the pre-wrap so it was directly on my ankle. And so I was just honestly, adrenaline really just had me, I guess, because I was just trying to go back in. And then while I was out, Avanti, he held it down. He was getting some buckets. He's
Yes,
a
for sure, for
he's
sure.
a good football player too. So I was just watching, just cheering, and just trying to get back in as soon as possible. So then I was like, okay, I can go in, I can go in, I can go in. And she's like, you have to jog first. And I was like, okay, okay. And I just started jogging. And I looked at her and she just gave me a nod and I just went back to check in.
No doubt. And shout out to Coach Brandon Williams. You know, he said she was possibly the real MVP with that
Yeah,
elite tape
definitely.
job. And
Definitely.
I saw Coach Williams. Hey, Brandon Williams, if you could, if you could leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts were, because I think Coach Brandon Williams was right there. I think where he was sitting at
Yeah, he was
was
sitting
right where
behind the bench.
he was sitting right behind the bench. I saw him over there, so I know when he saw you doing the jog and then saw you checking back in, I know he was hype.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
cool, man. Those are those classic moments right there that you never forget, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure probably when you in your 70s, you're going to be telling your grandkids, yeah, Pop, when I was in high school, I got hurt and I came
Luckily,
back
I'm
and
gonna have
won the
luckily I'm
game.
gonna luckily I'm gonna have the raw sports film to show him too.
Exactly. You gonna have the footage to show. Exactly. Yes. Any other memorable moments in high school? Oh, how about this? What's some of the either I guess you talked about some memorable games so far. One of the toughest players you played against or had to defend in high school.
Um, in high school. Um,
Somebody that you would just like tip your hat off to. Somebody that you just a tough player that that you respect and that you
like
went up against.
definitely Wesley. He was really hard to guard. Just like
Mm-hmm.
how physical he was.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Physical and just like he just seemed to make everything. And I feel like I would have a hand and it would just still go in. So
Yeah,
definitely him. He was hard to guard.
his jump shot, his pull up, his 3-pointer. I
Hmm.
mean, he lived in that gym, man. Like that,
Yeah,
he lived
definitely.
in Reading gym. Anywhere, and as soon as he walked inside the gym, he was good. He was good. He was cash money.
Yeah. And then this year, uh, against Elijah Terry, he
Hmm.
was good. He
Hmm.
was really like quick and like just like changed direction fast. He was on
Hmm.
McCaskey. I think
Gotcha.
he was actually hurt and he was still pretty hard to guard.
Yeah,
So
I remember. McCaskey's guards. I think the first tournament I filmed this year down at Chester High. I think they played against Chester, if I'm not mistaken. But they had some really solid guards, man. Like when I
yeah.
saw them in the layup line, in my mind, I was like, "Oh, this is probably gonna be a wash," because they're small. But no, they
Hmm.
balled, man. They had some really tough guards, man. They was
Yeah.
tough. So yeah, hats off to them.
Yeah. So that was definitely a tough person to guard.
Hmm. So change channel since we got Coach Brandon Williams on here. Let's talk about Philly Pride. Let's talk about
All
AAU,
right.
man. Just tell us, give the people a synopsis about AAU. Talking about everything from the accomplishments and just everything, man.
It was definitely like a really cool experience because I started off with Team Final Red. That was when I
Okay.
was like the year before Philly Pride. So playing with
And
them,
Red, they're based out of your area, right? Kind of, in that area,
Allentown. They're out of
Allentown.
Allentown. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that was my first year, like first ever time like playing against like good competition. And
Hmm.
then after that, we actually played against Philly Pride in like a little tournament. Actually, it was their tournament, and we
No
beat
doubt.
them. So
Okay.
then after that, we were just like, I just started, I kind of just like joined them,
Hmm.
and it was just great. I feel like in practices I was getting better, in the games I was getting better, and I felt like I was welcomed with open
Hmm.
arms by everybody in like in the program, and I just enjoyed the whole year really. And
And that
then
was what summer was that? The ninth going to tenth, like
10th going
last.
last year, like 10th going to
Got
11th
got
the
you.
summer with
Got
them.
you. Hmm.
So we started off in Kansas City. I think like this time just this time last year it just ended, and we started off 4-0 there,
Hmm.
and then we continued to just do well. We started off actually we won a hoop group thing, and then we went to Kansas City. We went 4-0. Then we went to New Jersey for the second session, and we went 4-0. And then Atlanta, we had the final session, and then the championships, and we actually lost to a team. Oh, I forget the name. What were they called? Coach Brandon might comment it. I forget what they're
Hmm.
called, but they're a good team. they had a lot of, like I think they had a couple younger kids too that were really good too. So
Mm-hmm.
we lost to them. That was our first loss in like the whole like session, like in the whole circuit really. So we
Mm-hmm.
really like West Coast
So
Elite. Yeah,
West Coast Elite, yeah. So y'all had a nice stretch, like
yeah,
of just a lot of good memories, a lot of got a lot of wins and
yeah,
everything. And if for the people who don't know, it's different circuits. So was Philly Pride, was that like Under Armour?
yeah. That was Under Armour.
Under Armour. Got you. Okay,
Yeah.
got you. What are some some memorable experiences or some players you played against that will stick out to you?
For the AAU.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, mm, uh, Definitely Shaq Zakir on DC Premier.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of giving us work in the
Was
championship.
it? No
Yeah,
doubt. No doubt.
yeah. Oh, he was a good. He was giving us work in the championship. But
Yeah, that's what's up.
but it was like really against like pretty much every team was just had their good players.
Hmm.
So pretty much every game we played, it was somebody different.
Got you. What so you winded up winning. What was I don't want to mess it up or explain it the wrong way. What was the major award that you winded up getting
It
as a
was
result of the that run for yourself and the team?
it was the MVP of the 16U.
Okay.
So that was cool. They did like a design thing. So I mean that was cool. So yeah, I mean I feel like winning was like cooler because it was just like something we like really celebrate as a team. And like the
Hmm.
MVP, it was sort of like after the weekend was over and everybody was
Uh-huh.
home and just like
And then
that
they kind of
celebrate.
came out with that award afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, so what type of performances, basically, what were you doing to stick out to the point where when they looked at all those names in the, Under Armour 16 U's, whatever, and they said, yeah, this is the guy, this is the one that we should crown as MVP on that level. What were you doing?
Scoring. I did a lot of scoring and on top like just like that my team was winning and I was able to help them win. So I think that was a main part of it. I think I actually like led the league in points per game for 16U. So I
Hmm.
think that was part of it, and then just the winning aspect that
Hmm.
my team. I was able to help my team just win, and we ended up winning the whole thing. So I think that helped.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say, yeah, I'm sure that helps when you
Yeah.
guys win the whole thing. Of course, they want to pick an MVP from the winning team.
Hmm. Yeah.
No doubt. How do you think you grew throughout that experience? And okay, two-part question. How do you think you grew? Because earlier in this conversation, you said that you the team welcomed you with open arms. You felt comfortable with
Hmm.
them, and you continued to get better and better. Explain that process of getting better and better, and your confidence, growing and all that kind of stuff. And then the second part is, what do you think you learned from Coach Brandon Williams
Hmm.
in particular?
Uh, they kind of like grouped together. Really, I feel like I just like learned. Like I became more confident, and I was like taught confidence. Really, like there, I couldn't probably count on two hands how many times Coach Brand has told me that nobody in the world can guard me. So
No doubt.
so I guess he kind of just like installed confidence into me.
Uh-huh.
So that was definitely a big part. And then we did like a lot of running at practice, so just more of getting in shape and being able to go the whole game. Because like for most of those games, I ended up playing the whole game.
Got you.
So from that, and then just like reading stuff better. I think like towards the beginning of the season, there was stuff I wasn't seeing, and then towards the end of the season, I was able to see that stuff and uh, just get the ball to my teammates. And obviously, everybody on my team was good and capable of scoring. So if I could get them the ball with just a little bit of open space, they were going to score easily.
No doubt. Speaking about getting better improvements and all that kind of stuff, that leads me to my next question. What are some of your strengths? Things that you think you do well on the court? Things that Coach Brandon Williams appreciates about you, things that your high school coach appreciates, and some of the recruiters, some of the college coaches that are recruiting you? What are some of the things that you think they appreciate about your game?
I think being able to score the ball, and then on the defensive end, just like really hustle and just showing competitiveness and always wanting to win. Really, I feel like I'll do whatever it takes, because like losing is like probably I hate it.
No doubt.
When I was younger, every game I lost, I used to cry. So so
So
now
it's deeply rooted. This is like,
yes,
this is a personal thing.
yeah. So now it's not tears, but it's definitely some crying on the
No,
inside when I lose now.
no doubt. No doubt. My man James Nelson Stewart, one of the Raw Sports analysts and writers, he comments, he says, your game is really smooth and efficient. So,
Oh, thank you.
yeah. And if he says it, it's definitely official because he knows his stuff for real. What are some improvements that you want to continue to make going into your senior season and, year after that, college? Things you still want to improve on?
Shooting is definitely a thing I want to improve on, because really, like, I mean, I can like shoot. I can shoot. It's just like a matter of like taking the shots, because I've been so used to being able to just like pump fake and just go to the basket. But like now, uh, just now it's like a little like harder because everybody's quicker, bigger, and just faster. So being able to shoot will be able to like bring them out more and really make them guard closer, so I can have more room to work.
Mm-hmm. Got you. So I'm sure whoever your trainers are, Coach Brandon Williams, your high school coaches,
Yeah,
they're
definitely a
gonna be
lot of
beat.
shots going up.
Yeah, they're gonna be beating you down this year, man, getting you ready, man. um, Let me see what's next. Oh, speaking about working out, what are your workouts like? I mean, do you have a trainer? Do you work out by yourself? You and your
Uh,
dad, or like, what do you? How? And yeah, I guess because keep in mind there are right now I'm sure there's some younger players watching this right now, and
mhm.
younger players are always curious what they need to do to be a Stevie Williams, what they need to do to be a what I mean
Yeah.
to get on to make the Under Armour team, whatever. So describe your workouts, man, and the work that you put in, and break it down for them.
You mean like right now,
Or just not
um,
over the last couple of years, what has gotten
um,
you to this point? The work you put in, all that.
yeah. Um, I work out with a couple guys. Coach Nesby. I work out with Tubby. Just like a lot of different guys that just like I work on different stuff with, and it's just really a lot of it's just like I just try to like have fun and just play a lot more than really trying to train as hard as possible, because like I've never I've never really like I don't know, I just feel like playing just help me become better than drills themselves. But like drills of course are still important, so just like a lot of like dribbling stuff and shooting, and just I think for me the most important thing just like enjoying it, because like if you're enjoying it you're gonna play you're gonna just shoot longer, play longer, and the longer you do it the better you'll get at it. So that's definitely a big thing for me. But for like when I was younger, it was a lot of I didn't shoot threes
Mm-hmm.
until I was old. I always used a girls' ball when I was younger because I didn't want to like push it.
Yeah,
I didn't shoot threes until probably when I was maybe seventh, eighth grade. I didn't shoot
gotcha.
threes. Um, just practice dribbling. I would just in my basement. I had basketball. I'd just dribble down there. Two ball,
Mm-hmm.
one ball, just everything really. And
Gotcha.
then I would there was I would just in practice. I always try to like guard the person in drills who I feel like is going to make me work the hardest, and just try to take advantage of every opportunity I have to get better. Just
No
anyway.
doubt. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about recruitment. AAU, it's all about, ultimately, if you plan on playing at the next level, getting a college scholarship and all that kind of stuff. Let's talk about recruitment. If and these are questions, because notice this, for some players this is kind of a not a sensitive issue, but negotiations are still you're still going on visits, this and that. You're talking to the coaches, or whatever. So any of these questions that you don't want to answer, is completely fine. But if you feel free to answer,
Mhm.
if you could, that'd be great. So just talk, let the people know how the recruitment's been going, if you can, what schools, have been, showing you some love, and just
Mhm.
kind of what the overall process has been like for you recruiting wise, man. A lot of younger players, that are going through this need some tips, pointers, and it's just an interesting thing to kind of, hear about somebody's journey about, regarding recruiting. So how's it going for you?
It's been going good. I mean, really, when I was younger, I did not expect any of this stuff. So, like when it first started happening, I was like ecstatic, and I really still am. I'm just like appreciative, of just like how like hard work can really like pay off. Because if you looked at like when I was younger, you would not think that that kid would ever have a chance of playing basketball Division 1 in college. So, I I try to just be grateful really of everything. And I mean, recruiting it's cool, but at the end of the day, I just like try to keep in my mind that it doesn't really matter if I'm not getting better because as quick as the school offers you, they can take the offer away.
Yeah.
So I just try to continue to get better and just like pretend as if I don't have any offers when I'm like just trying to become better and just be the best I can be
Hmm.
because it's just like it really would like without being continue to stay talented or good and continue to play basketball, then it just like it doesn't really matter and none of it really matters if you
Yeah.
can't do what
Who are
they offered you for.
Yeah, who are some of the schools that have I don't like to use the terms like offered or that
Hmm.
who are some of the schools that have shown interest or showed you some love, if you care to
The
mention.
school probably the school that showed me the most interest is probably Temple,
Hmm.
uh, Marquette, Miami, Stanford, St. Joe's, um, uh, Georgia Tech, Missouri, a little bit, but that's pretty much the main ones.
Got you. So what do you think? Like, go back to like the Philly Pride AAU season. I'm sure a lot of those coaches, assistants were following you and watching your games and stuff. What do you
Mhm.
think? What do you think wows them? What do you think it is that they want to see? Because some players they get starstruck at these AAU tournaments, especially the big ones. They see all the coaches lined up, so in their mind, they're either thinking, "Oh man, I got to go out here and dominate and just like go 1-on-1 and do my thing and look all bad, turning the ball over." What do you think coaches want to see? 50-point games, or are you just being a team player? What do you think when they're writing their notes and notes and stuff like that? What do you think that they want to see?
I think they just want to see someone who wants to win and just compete because like I don't really none of the coaches I really ever talked to have talked about, oh, we want you because you scored so and so points. Like, yeah, it's a thing that they like if you can do it, but really what they really appreciate is just someone's drive to win. From what
Hmm.
I've experienced, of course, just someone's drive to win and compete because just winning games is like the most important thing, really. And
Hmm.
if colleges want to win games, so they're just going to bring in people who want to win as well and just play as hard as they can. And that's what I really try to do every time I go on the court. Just I don't really think about how many points I'm going to score. I just think about winning because that's all that really matters to me. So
Hmm.
I know to win, I just got to play hard every possession. So that's what I try to do.
No doubt. Um, what has the game of basketball taught you so far? Just anything, things you've learned about yourself over the years or whatever.
Um, it's taught me. I mean, I've met a lot of new people, and through those people, I've learned stuff. Like I was talking about earlier, just like confidence and stuff like that. But another thing that really, actually going back to recruiting, taught me
Yeah, and I good. We good.
just like how important school really is. Because I've learned that because I didn't have, I never was I just always enjoyed school, but like school is always something that is brought up when talking to anyone really. That's like one of the first questions they ask you is like, how you do in school? Do you like school? So I feel like that was I really learned how important school is, and if I could like get any message to like any young kids is like start liking school now, and just embrace it because you're gonna have to do it.
That's an awesome message, man. I mean, is there anything else that you can say about how important academics are? You know what I mean? Because I mean, that's going to make or break everything. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And it's really sad when you see some of the most talented players lock themselves out because they didn't take academics as
Yeah.
serious as they needed to. Just talk about that a little bit more, man. The whole educational piece.
I feel like for me, I feel like that's part of like my competitive nature too, because I want to be my best at whatever I do. So when that comes to school, I just if I can like teach myself to be better in school, I always want to be my best in school, then I can definitely be my best and always want to be my best in basketball because obviously I like basketball way more than I like school. But if I can like school a little bit and then be able to continue to strive to just do all my work in that, I'm definitely going to do all my work for basketball. And then just school just opens up like so many more doors, really. Because like a lot of the schools, especially initially, was like schools that just were good academic schools. And without academics, I would never really ever talk to any of those schools. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's just like because there's a lot of kids in the world, and if you can have any advantage over them, the classroom is definitely a possibility because not everybody really embraces school as much as it
Mm-hmm.
should be.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I think I have one more question, and then we're going to open up to a little Q&A. You know, see if any of the viewers have any questions that they want to ask you firsthand.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I think the last question for myself is, I mean, you've already done it, but I mean, if you could just speak directly to the young athletes that are watching right now, and just give them some advice, man.
Uh.
Also, before you do that, I just want to thank everyone that's tuned in so far, all the
Same here.
coaches, players, and all that kind of stuff. We're about to, after Stevie answers this last question, we're going to get into a Q&A. So I've been writing down some questions so far, but if anybody has any direct questions for Stevie, anything funny, anything serious about his game, whatever, in the future, ask it, and we'll get it in before we wrap up. But go ahead, just talk to the kids, man.
Like I was just saying, just like the school aspect, just start liking it as early as possible. Just always try to do your best in school because it really is important and it really helped me out just with everything. And basketball, I feel like it's just about having fun. If you have fun, you're gonna play it more. If you have fun, you're gonna get better. So just always try to have fun with it. Never make it too serious. Never let it dictate your life. It, just just go about it and take what it gives, and it really can help help open a lot of doors. Like just like school can. So when you put them both together, it helps a lot.
No
So
doubt.
I feel like yeah. I mean, let me think. Hmm. Oh, another message is for like all these little kids. Don't try to fit in, like with like don't try to change who you are to fit in with people. Cause I don't know about other areas, but I hear a lot of young kids swearing. I still don't
Hmm.
even swear. So it's
Hmm.
just like don't change who you are to like try to be cool or fit in.
Hmm.
Just stay true to yourself, and that will get you far in life. Or I wouldn't really know about life, but
That'll get you far. Yeah.
help you through middle school and high school at least. I can speak
No
for.
doubt. Now, that's a very powerful, positive message, man, because I mean, that goes for any transition of life, especially you soon making the transition to college. I know a lot of kids, their parents raised them, over their 18 years of, life and going through high school, middle school, all that kind of stuff one way. And some kids go off to college and like abandon all that and assume this
Hmm.
whole new identity, start doing a whole bunch of things that totally go against the grain of who they were raised to be. But if you're a strong enough person to stick to the script of who your
Yeah.
family raised you to be, and staying true to yourself, man, that's that's powerful. You know what I mean? That's stuff
Hmm.
you need to do. So appreciate you mentioning that, man. The kids definitely need to hear that, man.
Yeah, no problem.
So if there's any kids out there, Stevie, Stevie Mitchell endorses being yourself.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
I'll,
All
I'll
right.
tell you, I if I would have like I I'm still a kid in some ways. I mean, a lot of ways actually. Like just like I was watching Gravity Falls. I still love. That's my favorite show still. Gravity
No
Falls.
doubt.
So it's just like
No doubt. All right, well, hey, that's pretty much it, man. So we got some celebs in the building. We got my man James Nelson Stewart. We got Coach Cornell Brick. We got I'm not sure if Brandon Williams, Coach Brandon's still watching. Throw some questions at my man Stevie, man. Some things that you guys would like to know, some things that I did not answer, that I didn't ask. I have two that I wrote down, Stevie. My man Sean Comfort wanted to know. Um, how was it playing against your brother in high school?
oh yeah, my brother he went to a different local high school. So
Okay.
that it was cool. They beat us the first year we played, or they beat us my freshman year, but we ended up beating them my sophomore year. So that was cool
Hmm.
playing against him. Uh, it, it was like we didn't know each other for a little bit, but after the game we were cool with each other. So
No
that was
doubt. Somebody here wants to know, a little too personal. You talked about Chandler wanted to know about your college stuff. You mentioned, some of the schools that were,
Mhm.
that were definitely showing you some love. If he wasn't tuned in early, just run down those list of schools real quick again.
The school that's showing me interest is the at least the most is Temple, Marquette, Miami, Stanford, Georgia Tech, and Missouri. Those are the schools I would say, and St. Joe's. I feel like those are the schools that I would say are showing me the most interest.
Got you. Shout out to my man Kyrie Morris, man. Reading High, man.
Oh, Kyrie!
Kyrie's my guy, man. Oh man, that's my
I've
guy
been
right
watching him
there,
all
man.
the time.
Yo, Kyrie and Lonnie. No, Kyrie was a beast, man. Shout
Yeah.
out to Kyrie, man. Um, Jay, man, some of these Instagram names. J Ma 0916 wants to know, what did you learn, if anything, from Lonnie Walker?
Um, I feel like I learned hmm, just about like giving back and just like always. He's like really unselfish and just always like looks out for other people. Just all like you see all the stuff he does for the community. So I feel like that's something I want to do when I'm older. Just be able to help other people and give back like he does, because he sees the world really well. So I feel like he really emphasize, especially for like our area, just like because not many people have like played Division 1, let alone go to the NBA. So I feel like also something he's taught a lot of kids in our area, just like anything's possible. You can do anything if you just like work hard. So he's
No
taught
doubt.
a lot of stuff to me.
No doubt. Coach Brandon Williams has a great question. In a world where kids in high school transfer a lot, what does staying home at Wilson and winning, mean to you?
It means everything because I mean there's no other high school I want to play at other than Wilson because it's just where I grew up. It's just I get along with I have my friends there. I get along with the young kids at Wilson. They come to all our games, so it's just like just so much support, and it's just a lot of people just a lot of people you enjoy that they look up to you, and just want to be your best for them. So it there's no other high school I want to play at, just for those reasons. And it's really awesome. It's really a cool experience. It's like because it's a small community, so everyone really knows everyone.
You the
And
hometown hero, man. They probably got your picture up in the local pizza shop, man. Hey, before I get into the next question from one of the viewers, was Lonnie Walker's road and path kind of inspirational for you, being as though when he he was with Team Final, he was playing with Tone Carr, Nasir Bostic, and
yeah,
Lamar Stevens, all the Roman Catholic guys. I'm sure. I mean, I've never heard this, but I'm sure Lonnie could have been playing at Roman Catholic or
yeah.
something like that with Tone Carr and those guys, but he chose to stay home at Reading. You know what I'm saying? So was a player like that who made a move like that and stayed home, was that inspirational for you?
I feel like it really was actually. Now that you mention it, because uh, I remember there being a lot of talk of him transferring, especially for his senior year,
Yeah,
and like he was what 13th in the nation, McDonald's All
yeah,
American, Jordan Brand
yeah.
Classic. So like, if a guy like him is gonna stay home, then there would be no reason for me not to stay home,
No
because
doubt.
obviously he had done more than I have ever done.
Hmm.
So it's just really like he really just emphasized putting on for your hometown, really, and that's
No
something
doubt.
that actually I really like think about now.
No doubt. And he linked up with Nesby, and it was
Hmm.
him, Nesby, and Wesley Butler. I mean, they made it happen, man. They got
Yeah,
it done.
yeah, I enjoyed going to them games.
Xavier Starks, yeah, they
Yeah,
got it done, man.
yeah, those games were definitely a lot of fun to go watch. Because at the time I was in eighth grade when he
I
was a senior.
remember, I remember the Wilson Reading game at Wilson. Oh man, that game was crazy. Just
Yeah.
not only just the game, just the atmosphere. I remember, Doug, I had to park like 10 blocks away from the school, man. It was so like the whole town was at that game. Both towns were just
Hmm.
there. It was probably the most people I ever seen at a small town like game. Like it was
Yeah.
insane, man. That
Yeah.
that, that gym was packed.
Yeah.
My man Cornell, Coach Brick 11 has another great question. What was your weakness in your game that you turned into a strength? Two-part question. So first part, what was a weakness in your game that you turned into a strength?
I feel like my weakness was really athleticism and like being in shape and being able to move. So I feel like once I was able to turn that into a strength, that allowed me to, because like I could see things. It just allowed me to get to spots quicker, allowed me to split gaps and go split holes, just get to the basket a lot easier. And then just like I was able to jump higher, which allowed me to play closer to the rim, block some shots, dunk the ball. So I feel like definitely athleticism was a big weakness that I was able to turn into a strength.
And the second part of this question, he wants to know what was the blueprint that you used to improve that weakness?
Just eating really. I did a lot of jump rope. I did a lot of jumping rope, and I ate healthy, like I said, and just planks, push-ups, and just like playing basketball a lot. Because up and down is like that's a good workout. So if you're doing
Hmm.
that every day, you're gonna just legs are gonna be stronger. Just gonna have a stronger core. Just like so, all that stuff really led to me able to move better.
Got you. Sean Comfort also wants to know your favorite NBA player.
LeBron.
LeBron.
Yeah.
Um, Let me see.
I was Michigan. They also do show some interest.
Michigan.
Coach Martell. Yeah, I talked to him.
Got you. And shout out to Coach Killings, Coach Dwayne Killings. That's my man. He was on as well.
Yeah, he's cool.
Uh, that's my guy, man. Um, we got 2 minutes. The counters counting me down. My man James Nelson Stewart wants to know: are we going to see a Wilson and Wood game? Oh, Rasul versus Stevie. Oh, Rasul Diggins versus Stevie Mitchell. It's going to be crazy. Can we possibly see that in 21 season?
I'll be up to it. I mean, that seems like a fun game to me.
No doubt.
Hopefully, our coaches can get it scheduled. I mean, I wouldn't
No,
have
oh,
anything against it.
Rasul Diggins versus Stevie Mitchell. Stevie says book the game, and he's showing up. Let me see. Last question. What part of your game do you feel still? You already talked about that. Um, uh, Favorite high school gym you played in besides Wilson?
Reading High.
Reading High.
Yeah, the guys.
Um, Last question. We got 40 seconds. Brandon Williams wants to know. He said, no, not wants to know, but he said the Bup. Who's the Bup? Is that his son?
His son.
Uh, is the Bup wants to know when you try and check it up?
T- Tell him I said. Tell Buck when I said whenever.
No doubt. All right, man. That's pretty much it. Any last things? We got 17. We got 10 seconds.
Shout out Big Star Raw Sports. I appreciate you having me on here.
No doubt. All right, well, I'm going to get with you, man. I appreciate the time, all right?
No doubt. I enjoyed it.
All right.